I'm wondering, like, if you're going to fight him, where would you fight him at, number one? And number two, are you saying that from 140 to 147, you're willing to fluctuate and move back and forth as opposed to just moving up and weight or whatever? What's your intent?
Well, my intent, look at my strength and conditioning coach, he said that he believes that I can make 140 comfortably. You know, I trust, the people, my team around me. If their opportunity presents itself, I would love to fight Shakur Stevenson.
Ryan Garcia sparked chaos on Stephen A. Smith's live show, saying he would easily fight Shakur Stevenson at 140 if the so-called track star actually decides to step up.
Let's go. I want that. Right. If the opportunity presents itself, I just want boxing to be at the top. I want to make these fights happen, and I know I can beat these guys.
To prove he now controls the whole division and has the leverage to make these massive fights happen, Garcia explained his position as the sport's biggest attraction.
And, I've always had the following. I've always had, all the opportunities you can have as a superstar. Now that I have this piece that I kind of was missing, of course, I would love to keep fighting and kind of carry boxing. I actually lead this generation of young fighters of popularity and now of being a world champion. So I have all the opportunities to become the face of boxing, but now I just have to prove it with my dedication and all my fights that are going to be lined up. I have to do it now. I would love to defend my title, and if that happens, let's do that too.
Shakur Stevenson wasted no time firing back with a chilling prediction that immediately turned this war of words into a life-or-death situation for Ryan Garcia.
He's going to get murdered. He's going to get beat up. So since y'all felt that way, then let's make the fight happen. Let me show y'all why.
Even before that explosive live television call-out, the two rivals went completely feral during a heated face-to-face confrontation where they brutally insulted each other and exchanged vicious threats of violence.
I do have Shakur beating him, though. I do have you beating him.
I will whoop your ass.
I'll pop that. Yeah, right back in that mouth. I'll have you looking like a saber-gap-tooth tiger. I'll do you dirty, bro. No lie, bro.
You suck.
Hey, if I have though, you though. Oh my, here we go. Hey, not the same fighter. Hey, not the same fighter. Not the same. Hey, when I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say? When I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say?
I was there.
Hey, no, when I put a beat on you. I'm talking about you. You got no power. You got no power.
And you lost. And you still scared him to this day.
No. Bro, I'm gonna knock that gap right back in your mouth. I'm gonna knock that gap into your mouth again. Hey, you fixed the teeth. You fixed the teeth, but I'm gonna knock that right back in. Bam.
Refusing to be intimidated, Ryan Garcia reminded the world of his true nature by warning that his ruthless mindset has returned and he is ready to do real damage inside the ring.
I'm gonna give them what they want. They want a bad dude, I'll give you a bad dude. I'm a killer. I have the killer instinct, so it's kind of you lose the killer instinct in you.
You do want to hurt this person.
Yeah, of course.
Shakur Stevenson also confidently declared himself the peak of the sport with a flawless skill set that no one can match. He believes his ability to adapt to any style makes him the most dangerous and complete threat in the entire boxing world today.
Honestly, for me personally, I feel like I'm like the best fighter in boxing. And I don't mean this in no disrespectful way, because I got a lot of fighters in boxing that I still watch to this day that I like. And I'm like, okay, I'm still this. Usyk, I love Usyk. I love Bivol. I love them Eastern European styles. But for me, I just feel like I'm a fighter that could do it all. I can do it all. Whatever needs to be done to get the job done, I can do that. So some nights you might see I might outbox people. Then some nights I might stand there and beat a guy up and beat them at their own game. So I think for me, I'm the most complete fighter in boxing.
Turning the pressure back onto his rival, Stevenson openly welcomed the challenge and dared Ryan Garcia to back up his words. Since the weight class was Garcia's idea, Stevenson expects him to step up at 2K and finally sign the contract without making any more excuses.
Can he make 40 again?
He said he could. He the one who came out and said, let's fight at 140. He said that. So if he said that, it's okay, you can make the weight, then let's do it.
Even the biggest voices in the world are completely captivated by this escalating rivalry as they look at the massive clash of styles. Joe Rogan admitted he is utterly fascinated by the matchup, but warned that Garcia is stepping into the ring with a completely different type of beast.
That was art. That's boxing at the highest level. And I'm fascinated because now they're talking about him and Ryan Garcia. I am fascinated to watch that fight because Shakur's a different animal. Ryan looked amazing in that fight. I mean, he looked amazing. I mean, he looked so fast, and it was a beautiful fight to watch. But that's an interesting fight. I like that fight. Shakur and him, I like that fight a lot. Because Shakur's just a different animal. You're dealing with a whole different kind of skill set.
Adding fuel to the fire, pound-for-pound King Terrence Crawford broke down the technical reality of what will happen when these two finally share the ring. Crawford made a chilling prediction that the fight will not even be competitive because Garcia's reckless habits will leave him open to a brutal counterpunching clinic.
Yeah, Shakur, listen, I went down to camp before he fought Teofimo, and I seen his focus and the level of, intense training he was doing. And I said, I don't know it all, but I know Shakur gonna whoop Teofimo's ass. I tweeted that way before the fight, and he went out there and did it. Right. Shakur got a jab. Shakur got a head movement. Shakur got defense. Shakur knows range. Shakur have good legs. So I look at that fight like it's not gonna be as a competitive fight like everybody think, because if Ryan get careless, he's gonna get countered all day.
The debate took a dark and controversial turn as the legendary figures weighed Garcia's explosive physical gifts against his troubled history. They acknowledged his terrifying speed could change any fight in a split second, but left a lingering cloud of doubt over whether his past scandals completely tainted his biggest victories.
Ryan's speed is extraordinary. He relies on it a lot, but I mean, that's not a knock. That's just like, if you had it, everybody should rely on that. Man, that
Shakur's
speed
not
is
slow.
Nuts. Shakur's a different animal.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, a lot of people thought Devin Haney was different, though, right? A lot of people thought Devin Haney was going to give him real problems. When he dropped Devin early with a left hook, everybody was like, oh, this is different. I wish he didn't have a positive drug test in that fight, because that fucking tainted everything.
Yeah. They know each other far too well. I think him and Devin fought each other the most out of all of them. Shakur and Ryan fought as well, which Shakur won all the times that they fought. But I just think, him and Devin, the history of it, Devin came in there overconfident. Ryan, been juiced up, added a little whatever it did. But you can't take away from him landing the punches that he was landing. You can't take away from the performance that, he was doing. But when you on steroids, that add to,
It definitely adds something.
Henry Garcia boldly mapped out the exact blueprint to beat the undefeated star by predicting a devastating finish that would shock the boxing world. He claimed they already hold the psychological edge from a hidden amateur history, where Stevenson could never even touch his son.
What happens in the Shakur fight? How does it end in your opinion? Decision, knockout?
We'll hit him with a body shot, he's done.
Why the body shot?
He can't take his body shot. We already know.
Really?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a better jab than my son. My son has an awesome jab. We beat him in the amateurs, okay, with the jabs. When Ryan was young, Ryan was only 16 years old. But he qualified 17, 18 with Shakur. Shakur was on that level. So if you're within 2 years, they're gonna put you in that category, okay? And I said, Ryan, we didn't know Shakur, they didn't know us. But I said, Ryan, let's work on that jab. And Ryan was throwing that beautiful jab, pop, pop, pop. I said, okay, that's what we're gonna work on. Let's start off there. My God, wait, let me finish. That jab was awesome. Shakur never hit Ryan.
The tension boiled over as Ryan's father furiously defended his family legacy against critics who constantly disrespect their boxing credentials. He issued a fierce reminder of the brutal road they traveled to reach the top, proving they have been defeating the best since childhood.
We've been doing this shit since 7 years old. We've been kicking. We've been winning a lot of nationals. Train a guy and try to win one national and see what happens. Try. We won 15. Wow. And my other son won 7, Shakur Garcia. It's hard. You gotta go through the district, you gotta go through the state, you gotta go through the regional, the state, the regional, and then you gotta go through a national. You gotta go through 4 steps. And you're fighting the best of the best. So don't tell me that you know my son and that he's not a good boxer.
I asked you
Pisses
before,
me off.